The following is a special presentation of KDOW. Money Pulse. Monitoring the heartbeat of money. From Wall Street to Main Street to your wallet. Now here's your host, Dynasti E Young.
All right, welcome back, everyone. Today on the Money Pulse, we're joined by Mijat Ivovic, a global business leader and co-founder of Healthcare Central. Thank you so much, sir, for joining us today.
Hi, Nancy. Thank you for having me.
We're very excited, and it's great of you to make time to talk to us about your company. So this company is behind Healthly. I understand it's a very fast-growing digital health app, helping families and individuals connect to a smarter way to their healthcare.
Yes.
Is that correct?
That's correct. Healthly is a digital health platform that helps patients and caregivers manage treatments, track real-world health outcomes, and keep their medical data organized. And we have on the professional side as well, like real-world health. It offers doctors actually and nurses a dedicated space with a specialty-based calculation, clinical guides, and peer-reviewed resources.
Wow. When did this all start? When did you start this business, the app
actually,
specifically?
Yes, well, we started a couple of years ago. My friend, my partner in business, he started this before COVID, actually. What started him actually, it was some kind of a personal issue, situation for him. He was helping care for his mother, and she, like many elderly patients, takes multiple medications every day. So one afternoon, she couldn't remember whether she had taken her pill. So she took another one just in case. So that mistake led to hospitalization, actually, and it could have been far worse. Vlada is a developer, and that moment hit him hard. He built, actually, after that, a simple app, originally called The Pill, that reminded people to take their medications. It was completely free and very basic at the time, but it solved a real problem. So it was few years back. And then
Wow.
I joined him after a while, and I saw a bigger opportunity, and we started asking ourselves more questions about this app, like what if we didn't stop at reminders? What if we help people actually understand how their therapy was affecting their health? What if we could give their doctors and even pharma companies real insight into what happens after a drug is prescribed? That's how actually Healthy started to evolve from a reminder app into full digital health platform. So we bootstrapped everything from the beginning, worked with the freelance developers, and used the lockdown period during COVID to accelerate this development. So we completely redesigned the UX, changed the name, also incorporated the company as a Delaware C Corp under the name Healthcare Central. So this was so we could be ready for future investment and expansion into the US market. So this was our strategy from the beginning. So today, Healthly helps patients manage treatment, track symptoms and lab results, and organize their entire medical history, while also offering doctors clinical tools and structured reports, and giving pharma partners anonymized real-world insights.
That is awesome. So the inspiration came from your co-founder. So Mijat, if you're just tuning in, I'm here with Mijat Ivovic. He is with Healthcare Central. We're talking about an app that's was in development and it's now live. It's very fast growing. And it started as a pill reminder that was inspired by, you said your partner's name's Vlad?
Vlada, yes.
And his mother took an extra pill, which led to issues, as it would. You shouldn't take more than what you're prescribed, of course. And it's just a shame that, it's hard to keep track sometimes, especially when you're on a regimen, right?
Yes, exactly.
So that's where it started, reminder app. And now it's morphed into this very intelligent space of keeping your medical information relevant and current.
Correct.
And it's also to the doctors, right?
Right. So it's for yourself, for your family, and it can include everybody that you care for.
Wow, that is awesome. I know that is, I mean, everybody's on their devices now, so this is going to come in
Exactly.
very handy for people. Um, so thank you, Mom, for being the inspiration for this
Right.
amazing
Exactly.
app. And I'm so glad she's okay. She was okay
Yeah,
from
yeah,
that
everything
incident.
turned out well, but it was a scare at the moment.
Yes, and it inspired and lit a fire, and now we're here today.
Correct.
That's
Vlada is very
amazing.
proactive and he sees the problem. He just gets into it right away.
Right. So I have a question more personally, Mia. This is your partner and co-founder where we were speaking of.
Correct.
Um, your background experience, you've got a lot of executive experience as CEO, CFO,
Yep.
CEO across Europe and the US. So you're
Yep.
international boss man. I love that.
Right.
Um, I also heard that you are a Taekwondo and volleyball champion. Is that true?
Well, yeah, that was a long time ago, but yes.
Hey,
I
good
used to
for
compete
you.
actually for a while. Yeah, and black belt in Taekwondo, and I had several medals as well. And it was a long time ago, but yes,
Well, that's significant though,
interesting.
because you have prioritized your health for years, for a long time.
Yes, actually, I mean, it was always, part of my life, sports, and you know, uh, it just, understanding your body and your health, of course.
Yeah, so important. And we all need to kind of remember that sometimes to remember ourselves and our well-being as well as the people around us.
Yes, yes, yes. People
So
can
that's great.
sometimes forget about themselves, and they don't uh, uh, take care as much as they should, of course. But it's just because they have a lot of other things in mind, and I guess people
Yep.
just forget about most important thing.
Number one, which is, yeah, as a
Yeah,
mom, I could tell you I'm guilty. I'm
exactly.
so guilty. I forget I have three children and a husband and a cat and. So I always forget me. This tool would help me a lot. I
Yes,
think I need the reminders like on loud.
right.
So the growth has been kind of exponential, really, in the last couple of years, is from what you're describing.
Yes.
It started from the reminder. Now we're morphing into something else. In the next, year, two, three, where do you see this going? Like, are there more things in place that you're working on with your partner for this app?
Yes, actually, our vision is to become the real-world health intelligence platform that connects treatment behavior with actual health outcomes for patients, doctors, and partners alike. So in the next 2 to 3 years, we are focusing on three different pillars. For one, it's smarter personalization for patients, which includes AI-driven alerts to combine adherence, symptoms, and lab trends to warn when something looks off or reassure the user when everything looks stable. Then the second thing is better decision tools for healthcare professionals with the clinical calculators, guideline-based resources, and patient-shared reports that show the full picture, medication timing, lab values, and symptoms, all in context. And the third is the real-world data insights for pharma and healthcare organizations based on anonymized consented patient behavior. So this allows them to see how therapies are being used in real life, far beyond the limitations of clinical trials. We've already worked with major pharma players, actually, like Bayer and Novartis in specific markets, which gives us confidence that the platform we're building has strategic relevance, both for improving patient care and for long-term industry partnerships.
Wow, that is so much information. I have so many questions.
Yes.
Um,
Sorry.
this is a very intelligent data collector as well, where it can aggregate the data
Exactly.
depending on who it's going to, whether it be the doctors or like the pharma companies, like you were saying. So for the individual customer, for me, if I have this,
Mhm.
can you tell me a little bit about what it looks like for me if I'm logging? Do I have to log that I have a cold? Like, how do I use it? And then what will it tell me as far as like that AI aggregated information that will suggest certain things or tell me that there might be something wrong?
Right. So actually, we try to make it very simple to use. I mean, for everybody, of course. And the app has two sides. It has a user side, like for patients, let's say, and for professionals, healthcare professional side. So if you're using it as a user, When you log in, you have several options. First, it's the basic option is to set treatment reminder. So sometimes these treatments are very complex, right? So you have to take for cardio pills, for heart pills, for example. One time you have to take it in 2 days. Sometimes you have to take it in 3 days, half a pill, quarter of a pill, and so on. So it's complex to set up, but we made it simple for these users. So you can set up this simple or complex medication reminders, and then you can track your lab results, everything that you have done so far. Also, you can take some measurements, for example, your blood pressure, your blood sugar, and everything, and put everything into the app. So it's either through the other, let's say, connectivities that you have, or directly manually enter it. So it's all stored in one place. Also, you can have all your doctor reports scanned, and instead of having it in your I don't know, house, searching for them after a while, don't know everything where they are. You can put them here in one place and under specific profile. So, for example, you can have your own profile or a profile of your kids, your parents, and so on, even for the pets as well. So, and it categorizes everything. Yes, everything. So if you have pets, that you have to track their medication as well sometimes.
Yeah. So, oh my gosh, that's so fun. Mijat, I'm going to stop you right there for a moment because we're going to go into a commercial break, but I can't wait to hear about the incorporation of all of our loved ones in the house, how they can use this app. We'll be back. I'm with Healthcare Central, and we're talking about the Healthly app, and we'll be right back. Thank you.
Money Pulse, KDOW's financial news magazine, monitoring the heartbeat of money from Wall Street to Main Street to your wallet. You're listening to Money Pulse on AM 1220 KDOW.
We're back on the Money Pulse here. I am with Mr. Ivovic, Mijat from Healthcare Central. We're discussing this amazing app for medical use. I mean, goodness, that's so a loaded statement. But we're going to go ahead and go into it and talk about Healthly, the app that is an intelligent app that helps pharma companies and your medical care providers and yourself to keep track of everybody in the family and yourself and your pets. So, Mijat, tell me how we got to that point. I mean, that is such a fun little addition to this app.
Yes, well, we wanted actually to have this app centralized for the whole family, and pets are part of the family, right?
Yeah.
So we all have pets, and we take care of them daily, and sometimes they have a lot of medications they have to take as well. So personally, I had a golden retriever recently who had cancer, so we had to treat him with a lot of medication each day. So we had to remember which one, when, and so on. So it has to be tracked, after meal, before meal, and so many different variables we need to take into account before giving this medication to our loved ones. So we included pets as well as our family. And besides, that, we also have a lot of documents coming from doctors or veterinarians, or when was the vaccination, the last vaccination. So all this information can be stored in this system. So if you want to track it, you can put your blood group, your different illnesses that you might have, and then the system actually can personalize information that you receive through the app. So if somebody has high blood pressure, they would receive a certain, let's say, information about the illness they have, right? So give them more insights or some new research or something like that.
Maybe some tips and tricks articles or something about how to help that condition. I love that. I was just thinking because, some people in my life are like very hypochondriac. And you said you could enter in your own stuff. Like, is that something that the doctors would update, like your diagnoses, or is that something that you can kind of update? And do you think, if you can, is that going to be a problem for people like some of my friends that are just very hypochondriac and start diagnosing themselves with things?
Well, it's the point is that you can enter what you actually are diagnosed with, right? So,
right.
Of course, you can enter anything. Nobody can check that. But the information can be submitted to your doctor as well. So you can choose to submit the reports. There are several reports in the app that you can choose from. So, for example, it combines what medication you're taking, your different measurements throughout the day. So these all combined, or symptoms that you had throughout the day, and all these combined get into one report, and you can send it to a doctor, and then he can see very quickly how the medication is affecting actually affecting you after a while. So and then you can track this through time, of course, and you have like your history in your palm, your medical history.
Yeah. How do we access? Do you have this on iOS or anywhere where people can actually download the Healthly app?
Yes, Healthly is on both platforms like Android and iOS as well. It's a mobile app.
So if you're listening right now, you can download it. You go onto your iPhone or Android, whatever you use, your device, and download the Healthly.
Just search for Healthly, yes.
And that's health, like health, and then LY, Healthly.
Exactly.
Very cool. I'm going to check it out for sure. So it sounds like this has a lot of benefits for everybody, like, the industries, the medical, industry, and the doctors and the patients. Who do you see having the most benefit from this?
Well, right now, patients and caregivers probably see the most immediate benefit from organized reminders to peace of mind in tracking whether treatment is working, especially in families dealing with chronic illness or caring for elderly parents. We've seen real impact actually in these situations. But healthcare professionals are catching on too. With our physician tools and shareable patient reports, we're helping them have more informed conversations and make faster decisions. It's about bridging the gap between visits. So for the industry, especially pharma, Healthly creates something that's been missing: structured, anonymized view of real-world therapy behavior. So this helps answer questions like, are patients staying on therapy? It's a very big question in pharma, in medicine. Are they seeing the intended effect? And how can we support them better? So in short, the people using it get a value right now, and the systems around them are starting to benefit too. That's where we think the long-term value lies.
Yeah, there's a lot that you can do with it. It sounds like you're developing it as you went from the medical reminders to now you're here now, and it's so intricate. I love it. I think it's wonderful. Once again, if you're just tuning in, I'm here with Mijat. He's co-founder of Healthly from Healthcare Central. Healthly is an app you can find on your device, and you could go ahead and go play with it. Just for better health and staying on top of, your health, your family's health, and even your pet's health, which I think is just a great addition, because we do love our pets like they are our family. They are our family. Yes. So thanks for that one. I love that. So I have a question for you about, there's so many medical, apps and things, and they seem different now that you're talking in depth about your app. But can you tell us, like, what are the main key things that separates Healthly from all the other medical news outlets and apps out there?
Yes. So most apps focus on just one part of the puzzle: reminders, or like storing files or educational content. Healthly brings it all together in one place and connects it to real-world behavior. What makes us unique is the way we combine treatment, adherence, lab results, and symptom tracking into a meaningful report, something that both the patient and their doctor can use. It's no longer just did you take your pill? Is this medication actually helping you? So we have also created a professional space, as I said, within the app for doctors and nurses. And this actually, with calculators, decision supports tools, and research papers organized by specialty. That's not common. So we're building a tool that works for patients and professionals simultaneously. And we've done all this with privacy and usability at the core. Users manage their own data, consent to what's shared, and can easily include family members. It's personal health management, but made simple, safe, and connected.
That was a wonderful, wonderful way to say that. So you're in Europe. You said you have this, you started this business in Europe, I believe. Is that correct?
Yes.
And you've come to the United
markets.
States with it. Okay. What markets did you start in?
Well, we started in a Balkan area.
Okay.
So, but we covered Spanish because we can cover different languages. Because our app also depends on the medication data that each country provides. Because we use the real medication data. One feature, for example, of our app is that you can, instead of manually entering the data in your phone, like I'm taking this type of medication, you can just scan the box and the app recognizes what kind of medication it is, right? So, but in order to have this, we need to have access to the government,
the scanning codes and their data sets.
Official database, right? So not every country has this. So this is our base. So we base this on the medication information that we can have, and also the language we have to localize for each country. So we have for Spanish language, we have for English language, and for some Balkan country languages as well.
So not only are you gathering information from Europe, from the United States now, but you're gathering it in multiple different languages as well.
Yes.
That is very, very valuable information there.
Yes, so this
definitely.
All information, as I said before, the users' names and all the personal data, it's all protected, of course. We are all aware of how important that is.
Yes, of course,
the only
privacy
part
laws.
that is shareable, let's say, it's the medication adherence and so on, which is very useful for future medical researches and for the doctor as well, to understand how to treat their patients and so on.
Yeah, I mean, it's so important. We think about COVID, right? And, these Pfizer shots and all these other things, these COVID shots. And, this is something that can really help with that research, right?
Exactly. Yeah. If you also have this opportunity to add different shots that you received. I mean, you got throughout your life, or your kids or whoever, and then you can, check the symptoms afterwards. If there is any, issues with anything, so it can all get stored in one place and shared with the doctor easily.
Amazing, amazing. Well, thank you so much, Mijat. I can't believe it's already been, our 25, 30 minutes here. Mijat Ivovic from Healthcare Central, co-founder, and their Healthly app. Check it out on iOS or Android or any device. And I just want to thank you so much, Mijat, for being on the show today.
Thank you, Dynasti, for having us. Thank you. Just wanted to say that the app is free to use.
It's free. Download it today. Check it out. Play with it. It's all private. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Have a great day.
This has been Money Pulse, KDOW's financial news magazine, monitoring the heartbeat of money from Wall Street to Main Street to your wallet.